This is Scott Spears, along with President Terry Tackett. We are on the precipice of a big event coming up here in Classic Championship Wrestling. It is the Birthday Bash coming up on Saturday night, April the 19th, with a 7 p.m. start time at the Steve Hogg Rec Center, located at 775 North Main Street, right here in Marion. These tickets are on my mind because tickets are still available for this epic event. $10 a seat by calling 740-802-4337 or getting them at the door at the Hogg Center, as doors will open at 6 p.m. 1 hour before the event. Why is it called the Birthday Bash? It is the 80th birthday, the actual 80th birthday, April 19th, of our world champion, the fantastic, the original, the unduplicatable Ox Baker. And that night, he's not only going to celebrate his 80th birthday with birthday cake for you, the fans, with you, the fans, but he's going to celebrate 50 years in the wrestling industry by wrestling his final match. Win, lose, or draw, Ox Baker straps on the belt, straps on the tights, straps on the boot for the last time. President Tackett, how do you see it?
I see this as an epic night in not only classic championship wrestling history, but just in wrestling history in general. I mean, to see a man at 80 years old like Ox Baker to have his last match in Marion is truly an honor. I just think it's going to be an epic night for classic championship wrestling. I hope everybody comes out. I want to see new faces, old faces, young, old. I want to see everybody.
Well, let's hit this card, because this card is nothing to be scoffed at. Let's start with the main event. That evil Ox Baker has done it again. Ox Baker teaming up with two 7-foot giants who he trained some 4 or 5 years ago, Chris TKO Knuckles and Brutal Pain.
You know, these guys, I mean, you just summed it up right there, are nothing but brutal pain. I mean, the guy looks just like Kane is who he reminded me of. He looks like he's going to be nothing but mass destruction and just pain, blues, and agony. He's going to be hurt. He's going to put a hurt on everybody. And this Chris TKO Knuckles, this guy, I mean, what can you say, 7 feet tall, probably 260 pounds. I mean, he's nothing but destruction. I mean, I don't know where Ox Baker gets these guys, but my goodness.
The Monster Factory.
Yes.
Looking on the other side of the ring, you got one man, but one heck of a man. Bobo Brazil Jr., the archenemy of Ox Baker.
My hat goes off to Bobo Brazil Jr. I mean, he's, God love him, for 15 months he's been on a chase here, on a quest for the World Championship. So let's hope that his journey comes to a good end here, and that he becomes the new World Heavyweight Champion. So,
frankly, I just don't see it happening, though. 3 against 1 are not good odds.
Those are insurmountable odds, especially when 2 of the 3 are 7-footers.
And the third one is the legendary Mr. Fantastic Ox Baker, who you know does not want to go out a loser.
That's great. You just don't know what kind of dastardly tricks he's going to be up to or anything.
That's what I say. Win, lose, or draw, you know, he's going to retire the World Heavyweight Champion, so don't think that can't happen. But Bobo, my understanding is if he pins any of the 3, he'll become the World Champion.
The way the rules read is that if any of the 3 are pinned, Ox Baker loses the World Championship. So, Bobo, I mean, you got insurmountable odds, but, you know, let's see what happens here, you know, I mean.
A little caveat for this match, no disqualification.
Yeah, that was handed down from Commissioner Larry Zbyszko. Him and myself talked about that and came to the conclusion that we thought no disqualification would suit Ox Baker to a T. So
now, so many months ago, you were stripped of all your power here in Classic Championship Wrestling. That's why we have the appointment of a Commissioner Larry Zbyszko. How have you rolled with the punches with no longer having the weight?
Well, I mean, at first I was a little bit bitter about the decision, but then the more I've worked with Commissioner Zbyszko, you know, I mean, he's taught me some stuff about wrestling, you know, and stuff. So I'm okay with the decision now, you know, and I just enjoy his insights and everything. He brings a lot of knowledge, obviously, to the wrestling industry, and he's helped me a lot. So,
are you done with your feuds and your fights with people in the company?
I'm done with that stuff. I'm not a wrestler. I never claimed to be a wrestler. I'm done with that stuff.
But you really had it.
Yeah.
For Demon Con.
Yes, I did. I let my emotions just totally take over, you know.
And what an ending that turned out to be.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was something else.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some other matches on this card because the whole card is a main event anywhere in the country.
Yep.
First ever tag team match in Classic Championship Wrestling.
I'm kind of excited about this. I can't believe we've never had one. We're going to have our first tag team match, man. I'm really excited about that.
And how will they get along over here? You've got Lockdown teaming up with a new man to Classic Championship Wrestling, the Cannibal, to face GDT and Mikey the Maniac. How can you be a tag team partner with a Maniac?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be hard because the guy's so unstable. You never know what he's going to do. I mean, one day he could be petting a stuffed animal one time, and then the next time just totally throwing haymakers. You just don't know what the guy's going to do. And I'm interested in seeing this Cannibal. I'm sure he's probably an Oxbaker stablemate, if I was to guess. I mean, he seems to get these guys off street corners and mental hospitals and just anywhere he can find any big guys, he seems to get them. So,
as far as I'm concerned, for this event, my money's going to have to be on Lockdown and the Cannibal because, frankly, they just seem bigger, badder, tougher, and I don't know that there's going to be a lot of continuity with Mikey the Maniac and GDT.
Well, Lockdown's a seasoned veteran, so he kind of knows the ins and outs of the game here. So, I mean, that's probably a pretty safe bet to go with those guys. But like I say, with Mikey's unpredictability, man, I mean, you just never know about the guy.
Three-way dance coming up now. How about this? Uncle Hogg, 537 pounds, versus Chris Payne, a man we've had in the organization quite a while now. A man returning after a 15-month absence is the third man in this Texas Tornado three-way, Rod Street.
Wow, Rod Street. The guy, when we had him 15 months ago, he was fantastic. He was a high flyer. Well, I think we had him in a three-way dance with a big guy about 15 months ago, and he really impressed me with his high-flying skills and all that. I'm looking forward to this match. I'm really looking forward to it.
That one's going to be kind of hard to pick a winner as far as I'm concerned, but if you ask me, 537 pounds, you can't go wrong, but he's taken such beatings over the last 2 months from that Butcher Beast.
Oh, my. Oh.
So I'm going to have to go with, I think Rod Street's hungry for a win. I'm going to have to go with him.
I would agree with that totally. I would totally agree with that. Just based on his skills and the type of match that he wrestled 15 months ago, I'd almost say he's the odds-on favorite.
Fifth, for the big 80th birthday celebration, Ox Baker Commemorative Battle Royal.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about the names involved in this. Chris Payne, Uncle Hogg, the American Eagle, Carnival, Mikey the Maniac, a whole host of people, Lockdown, the Cannibal, Bam Bam. It's going to be amazing. Winner gets a shot at the world title down the road and a plaque that night.
I understand there's going to be an engraved plaque with the first ever Ox Baker Commemorative Battle Royal champion on it.
TKO Knuckles is in that.
Oh my
gosh!
You got the 7-footers. You got Big Uncle Hogg. I mean, this thing, anybody could win.
Lockdown, the Cannibal.
All I got to say is there's going to be a lot of beef in that ring. So I mean, it's going to be fast and furious. And don't turn your back on anybody because battle royals are typically known as get in, get out, and get on to the next guy.
Who's going to put 537 pounds over the top rope?
My money would almost have to be on the 7-footers, I would say.
But what if they can't? Can even they lift up that kind of tonnage?
Well, I mean, I with never seeing them before, I don't know. I would say if they worked together collectively, they would be able to get Hogg out of the ring. But
Hogg is such a huge man. 537 pounds.
Wow.
When they're going home with that plaque, that's got to be sitting on their hearts. Everybody's going to be fighting like mad.
Well, especially since it's the first ever. I mean, it's going to instill that much more, more tenacity and more strength. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal.
Recent development today, we were supposed to have a singles match, the return of a man we haven't seen for 15 months, the Evil Clown Carnival, to go one-on-one with Demon Khan. Demon Khan's still on the injured list, from what I hear.
Oh, my. So had to change that match around a little bit then, huh?
So who will take on the Evil Clown Carnival?
Well, I'd say there's an open challenge out there if there's somebody, somebody interested.
If I remember right, though, 15 months ago, Carnival was no joke.
No, that's another one. He's a high flyer. I mean, he can put a lot of pain. That super kick is just unbelievable that he has.
And not a funny clown.
No, not a funny clown at all.
And as if that were not enough, kicking us off that night, that evil Ox Baker, he said he wants to carry that gold that's around your waist right now. He wants to stay on. So starting off the night, it's Bobo Brazil Jr. in a bull rope.
Texas bull rope match. You're kidding me. To start the night?
To start the night against a newcomer in Classic Championship Wrestling. Where does Ox Baker get these guys? The Hangman.
Boy, oh boy, the Hangman. Let me guess, probably some dimension on this guy. He's either got to be 7 feet tall or 300 pounds.
Oh, he's well over 300 pounds.
Wow. Ox Baker, the guy just absolutely amazes me with this stable he puts together.
He's got a noose, he's dressed in black, and he's coming to make sure Bobo don't get to that main event.
Ox Baker's serious about taking this championship belt back with him, that's for sure.
Who you picking in that match? I really, Bobo has never seen a real heavy challenge except for Ox Baker.
My heart goes with Bobo, but boy, it's just so hard to pick against this Hangman. I mean, you never know, especially with the dastardly Ox Baker in his corner. I mean, that could be the wild card in this whole thing.
In a bull rope match.
In a bull rope match, which means you're locked together with your opponent. You're not going anywhere.
With a cowbell in the
With a big old 10-pound cowbell in the middle.
I mean, a few months ago, Bobo hit lockdown so hard that his chest was beat purple for months.
Yeah, he was swelled up like a balloon.
And the last time Bobo was in our organization, he hit a cowboy so hard he knocked him for quadruple. We don't know what happened to him.
Oh, pillar to post. Well, I haven't seen him since, you know.
Or his manager.
Yeah.
Funny hat looking
guy,
thing.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about that last event. There was a guy also, Ox Baker managed him. I don't even want to say his name, but he put the can on that guy.
He sent him packing quicker than you could say, than you could say hi. He sent him,
Said he wasn't tough enough.
Right.
Well, I think he went out and found some guys who are tough enough.
My good, he definitely, when he builds a house, he goes out and gets quality masons, that's for sure, and that's what he did on this one. He got some quality masons.
Folks, the event's coming up. It's the Birthday Bash 80th celebration, 80th years of Ox Baker. Saturday night, April the 19th, 7 p.m. start time. Steve Hogg, Rec Center, 775 North Main Street. Get your tickets, $10 a seat. At the door, doors open at 6, or call 740-802-4337. It's a night you're never going to forget, birthday cake and all.
Fans, there's going to be a gigantic cake for everybody. Everybody come and have a piece. Enjoy yourself. Let's celebrate Ox Baker's 80th birthday, his life, his 50 years in wrestling.
And boo him.
And boo him till the cows come home, and let's just have a great night out there, everybody. It's
First
always a pleasure to see you.
First
world title defense since he won the
crowning.
championship.
He's been holding on to it.
Yeah, he's
like
been
a turtle
like
with an Easter egg.
Yeah.
And that's apropos.
Yeah.
With that evil Ox Baker. Have you ever sat next to him?
On a couple of occasions.
I've had to sit next to him doing commentary. The man smells like pickles.
I think he only bathes maybe once a month or so. I don't know if he ever brushes his teeth.
Once a month is frequent for him.
That's probably pushing it right there.
Because he's going to go nose to nose and toes to toes for the last time.
With Bobo Brazil Jr. Bobo, I hope you bring your A game because you're going to need it.
15 months in the making.
Wow, what a culmination. We're finally going to see.
Trash can matches. Fights with Kamala Jr., fights with the Russian brute. He stole his father's boots. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
He's whipped him. He
bull-whipped him, yeah. I remember that.
I tell you, it's all coming out. It's all going to be there.
This is it. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, this is absolutely it, right?
The last time.
Fans, this is the last time you will ever see Ox Baker again. The guy...
In the ring.
In the ring.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You can't get rid of him.
I'm sorry. The last time you'll ever see him in the ring, the guy is a fantastic performer. I mean, you got to give the devil his due, but just this is going to be worth the price of admission, I think.
Eyebrows, the size of canoes.
the mutton chops.
And he's bringing his boots, bringing his robes, and he says, the move that killed 2 men, coming down. May kill 3.
It could be. When this is all said and done, it could be.
Folks, April the 19th is just right around the corner. Don't you miss it.